Good morning and happy new year to all of you. My name is Jimmy and I'm from QnA Immigration Canada. We're live again to answer your immigration related questions. So you can start typing your question in the chat box here and I'll try to answer them in the order I'll receive it. So, first of all, welcome to all of you. It's been a long time. We have been never have done the live session. I think last was in starting of December or so. So now there are the new year, new policies of certain things has been changed. So we'll go through some of the updates right now and we'll answer in the order I'll receive it. So welcome to all of you. We have one of our viewers here with us and he have some question. Uh, Karanveer Pal, yes sir. Processing time for spousal after medical pass. It depends on your country, sir, whichever country you have applied it for. So it'll be from there. If it's a spousal sponsorship, it'll be different. If it's a spousal um, open work permit, so it'll be different. For spousal sponsorship, roughly, if you are here and you applied for spousal sponsorship, so then it'll be around 4 to 6 months after you have passed your medical. 4 to 6 months to get your visa and stamping, all the things are done. Yeah, if you have applied for open work permit, then it'll be a little bit easy and faster. But for spousal sponsorship, it'll be around 4 to 6 months. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys have any other question, you can start typing it here. So we'll try to answer in the order I'll receive it. Again, there are few updates that has been coming from IRCC. And let's go one by one. As you guys all know that the latest express entry draw has been done for the new year, and that was the first draw for 2023. It was all category draw from Canadian Experience Class, Federal Skilled Worker Program, and the Federal Skills Trade Program. And the invitation have been given to 4,750 candidates. And if we look at the minimum score that has been done for this draw has been more than 500 points. So anybody who has 509 or above, so they'll be all eligible under this draw. But again, if we are let to know that the things have been started, processing times for all the categories for work permits, permanent residence categories, for parent sponsorship, spouse sponsorship, that has already been fastened. If we look at work permit from, especially from India, Pakistan, and other countries, South Asian countries, so the average processing time that was close to a year before, now it's come back to 14 or 15 weeks. That has been normal processing time after you complete application have been submitted, making sure that you have submitted your biometrics have been received, and if there will be any other documents being asked by the visa officer, if you have submitted all those one, then your application has been considered as a complete application. So that has been going down. The processing time has been going down. So it's a very good news for anybody who have submitted their application as of now. For the express entry, the time has been reduced, but still there is a big backlog. They are processing medical applications. The medicals you have guys have submitted for your application, plus the background checks has been going on. That has been a big backlog again. So if we look at the total number of backlogs as of now, it's close to 1.8 or 1.9 million around. Applications are still pending, but the priority has been given to express entry and permanent residence application for spouse sponsorship, open work permits, and the closed work permit for LMIA and based on your global talent stream. All those categories have been given priority right now. IRCC in the process of hiring around like 13 to 1400 new processing agents for the organization, and that will make a big impact in 2023. So the processing time will definitely come down, and it will help all of the candidates who have been submitted their application. So it'll be a right decision in the year, and we'll also see the targeted occupation draw that I think it's not been that far now. We're hoping it'll start in the month of March. Then in that case, the Minister of Immigration will have the proper authority to whom they will be choosing, which categories they are from express entry pool of candidates. So let's say the majority of labor shortages in IT or technology sector, they will choose candidates from that sector. And when it comes to healthcare sector, so that's another big sector here in Canada, facing a large number of shortages in terms of manpower, quality nurses, physiotherapists, doctors, and all those other categories, they are in need. Third one is the truck drivers. They're in huge demand. So that's the backbone of the economy. If the goods are not flowing properly in time, then it'll be a big problem for the economy. So there also there's also been one of the categories where Canadian government is looking to put more priority in that. There are so many other categories which will come into effect, and let's see what will be the requirement they will put it into place, and from there it'll be very helpful for us to determine and give you guys the direction, right, which way it'll be going to. Another update that was here before the new year was Canadian government was doing a lot of autonomous things, like automatically they were selecting the visa officers for your files, and around like 60,000 plus files have been given to the agents or the visa officers. They no longer work for IRCC, so those files have been in limbo, and nobody's taking care of all those files. So government finally came to know that they have made a big mistake. So now they are starting reversing of those files to the active agents or the visa officers who are working with the organization. But from long time, there were some of those agents who have been left the organization in 2010. They were still being given the new files. So you guys can imagine why there was a backlog. Nobody was even looking at those files straight. So that was a big uh, thing that has been reversed by IRCC now. So if you are waiting for anything in your file, like they have never been looked like they have never been touched, now you will start receiving some of the basic steps, like going for your biometrics, asking for more and more documents that has been needed for to complete your file, or you will start receiving some decision on your files. So any of you, if you guys are here with me, so if you have any questions about your particular situation, and you can start typing it now. So we'll try to go to some of the other uh, updates that has been coming from IRCC, and that has been making a progress in terms of your application, or that might have been affecting you. So if we look at the new uh, categories and the new updates from RCC, they're also saying that the new Canadians or Canadian who are temporary in status in Canada, they won't be allowed to buy the homes here in Canada. So you have to have a status in Canada as long as you are having your permanent residency, or there are certain exceptions for temporary residents who are able to buy homes or property here in Canada. So that was also been a new update by the government of Canada. So in terms of vacancy rate, there has been always a challenge from last couple of years. Canada is not able to fill all the vacant job openings here in Canada, and that's why they are looking for outside the Canada to buy to hire temporary foreign workers from around the globe, and then they will be able to fill all the gaps. So that's what will this new area will be, where they will be asking for the occupation categories draws, whichever occupation or whichever category will have more and more uh, labor shortages, you will see those draws very frequently until they got filled, and will have a quality workforce, and the employers will be in line with that. But other than that, you will see that happening pretty soon. So there are Canadian government has also put a travel advisory for people who are coming from China or Hong Kong. They have to have their negative COVID test while they're coming into Canada from anywhere in the world they're coming from. If your origin of your flight is from China or Hong Kong, then you definitely need to provide a negative COVID test, while otherwise you won't be allowed to enter to Canada. So that was another update. So, anyone, if you have any other question related to your file or a general question about Canadian immigration, you guys can start typing your question in the chat box, and I'll try to answer them. So these are the few updates from last few weeks. Uh, Couple of weeks from now, then we'll be hoping to see the new updates from uh, Canadian immigration about the occupation specific draws. Uh, how much time it take for judicial review for refusal work permit? That depends on the court. Majority I have seen in our career from 2013, we have seen sometime we got the date for 3 months, 3, 6, and 8 months maximum we have seen. So it's all depends upon how many judges are there, and how much is the backlog in the court itself for. But majority of the cases we have done, our corporation has done for the judicial review. That has been done in like month and a half. We got the date, and the decision was there. But normally, we have also seen the update for that. The maximum number of months we have to wait for was 8 months one time because of a uh, um, big backlog in the court. So it depends again. It depends upon which province you are in. If you are uh, if you are in Toronto area or Vancouver side, there's a big backlog. If you're in Alberta, Saskatchewan, or in any of those the prairie provinces, Manitoba, so that will be pretty quick. So yeah, getting a refusal after your LMIA. So this is not like a new thing, but definitely your lawyer or consultant who's getting you to the court for your judicial review. So they should know what was the reason for your rejection of your work permit, and if you can overcome all those rejected questions, definitely go for a judicial review. But again, you have to prepare your file uh, really nicely and make sure you are going to put all your answers in the line for to overcome your decision for rejection. So good luck with that. Rajanish, we are best program for age above 40, sir. Depends upon your credential, Rajanish. Depends upon what kind of area you're in IT. You're good for express entry or global talent stream work permit option. Uh, if over 40, you also have an option for going for study visa. PNPs are there, but again, it all depends on your credentials, right? What you have done, what is your IELTS score, if you have a spouse, what they have done. So all those things depends on your options to select if you are 40 plus. So there is a no hard and fast answer for anything. I can tell you 10 different things, but one of thing will apply to your case. So you have to check yourself, or if you want to select a conversation with us, and we can have a paid consultation and we can go over your file and try to answer your questions. So yeah, there are number of options. Work permit is one with LMIA, and then student visa, express entry is one of that. So it depends upon your credentials. Need this I Canada study visa non-STS trend. Yeah, you can apply for non-STS. It take a little bit longer to get your decision, but definitely you can get. There is no hard and fast rule that without STS categories you won't get the study visa. But definitely we have done so many application for non-STS candidates also. So and uh, it's a really good option if you get that. But the only difference between STS and non-STS, STS first of all it'll be less time consuming for you, and most of the STS applications are sure shot, but non-STS kind applications are 50-50 and it'll take longer time. John Carter, refusal reason mentioned as a job offer is not genuine. So again, right, John, you definitely uh, have to talk to your employer first. Then whoever was your consultant or a lawyer, talk to them. Why, if you are not qualified for that job, first of all, why did they offer that LMIA to you? The first thing, if it's not a genuine offer, could be Uh, I'm not 100% sure because I haven't seen your LMIA letter, but I know there are a lot of fake LMIAs are in the market. So that could be another reason. So definitely you should go for a review before you guys even submit for judicial review. I think you should review your own file with the qualified consultant or a lawyer. You can call us. We can go through all your papers and can give you some answers. But definitely, we do charge fees for consultations. And if you want to do that, we can do that. Go over all your papers, and we'll let you know even in judicial review you will be able to pass it or not. The judicial review will be costly, and it's not like an easy thing. Rajneesh is IT sector. Yeah, over 40 IT is if you are in demand like cloud-based projects and web programmer, software developer. Those are the categories they are in demand in a lot of provinces, especially BC. Their own PNP program will be good for you, Rajneesh. And Ontario is one of the best one for IT right now. Alberta has a lot of new application openings for IT also. So definitely look around and apply for those companies. Even in Alberta, there are a lot of Indian companies who are hiring here, like Infosys opened their new center in Calgary, and they are looking around like 150 plus candidates as of now. From I was looking at their opening last week, so they need 150 plus candidates for their own. So apply over there, and then you definitely get a for IT sector. I have never seen like big struggle for any candidate. That does not matter what your age is. Once you're here on work permit, there are hundreds of avenues for permanent residency. Thank you, thank you. PTE 65, not less than 60. Canada study visa, three refusals. After three refusals, I don't think so. You'll be able to get uh, a yes on your study visa application because it looks like you're like very desperate to come to Canada under anything, even after getting your refusal. So definitely the most likely the answer will be you won't be able to get any more study visas, but there is nothing hard, but you already have like less than 5% chances of getting successful. I would suggest go for work permit instead of finding things for study visa, because if they have already rejected you three times, so the chances are very very bleak. So look for some other options in that one. uh, John Carter LMI is genuine. I have cross checked. So yeah, there will, so then there will be a discrepancy, John, like what you have done before. If LMI is not in the same category, so or the job offer, some of the companies are already blacklisted, the ones who are offering the LMIs, uh, and so make sure you go through that. Also check the company's background, why the job offer is not genuine, because I don't know much about your case. I'm just giving you the general answer at this moment. But definitely, if they have a, a not a clarity about the company or the job offer that has been given to you, so that might be the reason for the visa officer to reject that case. But definitely we have seen this one when there is a no match between your education experience and the job that has been offered, or the company has some done something bad with other LMIE applications before. They might have given other LMIEs where they did not did the best to their compliance when the compliance happened after a couple of years. So definitely dig more through it. So I would suggest hire a lawyer. They will be best able to guide you in the judicial review while taking you to the court with your case. So although it will be definitely will be a expensive thing, but definitely you'll be in the good hands for that. Neve Desai, I'm 18 years old. I'm eligible for work permit. Yes, work permit. Yes, you're 18 plus. Yeah, definitely you can get a work permit for that. But again, if you have that many refusals, so for study visa, definitely I will suggest you don't go for it again, because chances are 5% or even less than that for your study visa because of three refusals. But it's not always zero. Yes, we have seen a lot of application after like three, four, five refusal, they got the positive results. But again, definitely check what you have done before in 12th grade. If you are a 12th grade student, you have done it, and make sure you go for the same category of study in your next venture in Canada. So you're studying in the same field. So do not go from healthcare to IT or IT to healthcare kind of a thing. So eligibility criteria for work permit is simple. You have to have a job offer and LMIA from any of your employer, and then definitely they will ask you for experience. As I don't think so, you have any work experience, so get some work experience first, then apply. Then you will be eligible for work permit. Yeah, at least 1 or 1.5 year will be enough for work permit. Excuse me. So yeah, definitely you can apply for it, but it will require at least a year of work experience when you will be eligible for that. So if you have any other question, when you are looking for an LMIA, there are a lot of fraud LMIAs in the market right now. is there are fraud PNPs going on. They have printed it in their home and circulating it for less amount of money, and candidates are falling prey to that. So there was another update from IRCC about all those scams. So when you are spending your hard-earned money, I suggest definitely go for some of the recognized or licensed consultants or the lawyers who can represent you in a better way and can let you know that whether this file or this LMI or this work permit is valid or not. So we'll end the session right now and we'll try to come back hopefully next or following week with more updates. And anybody have more question, I have given my phone number and or emails, and we'll be able to answer them in the order I'll receive it. Thank you very much for all of us, all of you who have joined me, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.